Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.
What's up? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to Rhonda's Real Talk. Today is Wednesday, October 4th. And before we get into this video, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. All right, y'all. So today is October 4th, and it is the 4th week of my lock journey. And I was like, you know what? Let me put out a video and just share how this journey is going so far. I was going to share like later on, like maybe like at the 2-month mark, 3-month mark. But I'm like, no, 4 weeks, like a lot has happened in 4 weeks. And so I have some footage from my first week, my third week. And then when I come back on camera, I'm going to take my bonnet off and show y'all what my hair looks like now. And just kind of talk about the process and stuff like that. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. But this is not my first time having locks. I've had locks before. I combed my locks out in August of 2021. And at that point, I had locks for 10 years. And I loved my locks, but, you know, God just put change on my heart. It was heavy. It just hit me one day. Like I hadn't been thinking about combing my locks out or cutting or anything at all. It hadn't crossed my mind. And God put it on my heart. So I combed my locks out. It took 18 hours to do it. And, you know, I wasn't really sure what I was getting myself into, honestly. I wasn't really sure. I lost a lot of hair, but I still had quite a bit of hair. And, you know, I enjoyed the natural hair journey. I did. And it was cool. But now it's, you know, it's just time to go back to what I love. I loved having locks. I really, really enjoyed having them. But I'll get into more of that. Let me show y'all, you know, like I said, some footage from the first week and the third week. And then I'll be back. I am documenting my lock process. I started the process 1 week ago today. And, you know, I just want to see how things go over the first year. So I'll be doing some check-ins. I just oiled my scalp. I put some jojoba oil on my scalp. About to put my scarf back on and put my bonnet on top of that. So quick check-in. Today is Wednesday, September 27th. It is the third week of my lock journey. Got my hair up in this messy ponytail. I'll take it down in just a second. It's getting real back here in the back, y'all. I've been like working out and sweating and stuff. So this hair back here, like if I wanted to take this out, it wouldn't unravel easy. I would definitely have to use a comb to get this out. So my hair is changing for sure. And I'm trying to make an appointment for October 24th. That'll be very close to my 7th week. I was supposed to go on my 6th week, but based on my schedule that week, the 7th week is just better. So trying to make an appointment for that day. If you've been around and following me on this journey, I told y'all how dark my hair got once I combed my locks out. My hair almost looked jet black. And for most of my life, I've had brown hair, sandy brown hair. So as you can see, like the brown is returning in. I'm sure some of that has to do with being out in the sun during summertime. So that's that. But let me show you what my hair looks like with taken down. This is what it looks like right now. So yeah, I've just been wearing it like this. I put it up, half down, super gray on the side, which is cool. I can't wait to see how that's gonna look in my locks too. But yeah, this is just a check-in, just kind of keeping track of everything. I wanted to check in weekly, but I forgot to do it last week, but this is okay. So yeah, that's what's going on, y'all. I'm loving the process and the journey so far. I really am. So that's what my hair looked like after 1 week and after 3 weeks. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like now. So this is my lock journey after 4 weeks. And I'm gonna include some footage so you can see my entire head, because you won't be able to see the back that good right now, but I want y'all to see the back too. So I'm gonna include that so you can see my entire head. But yeah, this is what my hair looks like right now. And you know, I know some people call it like the ugly phase. I don't feel like it's an ugly phase. You know, it just kind of is what it is. It's part of the process. And I'm enjoying it. Like I haven't, so I was thinking about this, that I think I got my years wrong. So the first time I got locks, I actually had locks for 9 years and not 10 years. I started my lock journey September 14th, 2012. And I started these locks on September 6th of this year. So, I don't know. I'm just excited. Like when I thought about the first time that I got locks, a lot of it is fuzzy. You know, a lot of it is fuzzy because a good portion of that 9 years, my hair was fully locked. I can't really remember what the journey was like of starting them. Like I remember what it was like when I first got it done, and I wasn't sure if I was going to see it through. I got 2-strand twist the last time. I got, 2-strand twist this time as well. But yeah, like it's just kind of fuzzy. I can't really remember. But overall, I'm really excited about the journey and the process. So shout out to Toya over at Next Level. That is my stylist who started my locks and who'll be maintaining them for me. She told me until I get my first retwist, which is on October 24th, she told me not to get my hair wet. So y'all, I have been so diligent about making sure that I don't get my hair wet. Now, some people said that they wet their hair before they get their first retwist, and maybe it depends on the stylist. Maybe it depends on the texture of hair. I'm sure there's a lot of factors that go into it, but like I said, my stylist told me not to wet my hair, so I was so diligent. So I got my hair done September 6th, and we went to Miami September 7th. So I'm around all this water. I wanted to go swimming, and I just was like, nah, like I got to remain diligent. And it took me a long time to even start the process. I knew that I wanted locks again, but one of the biggest things was that I wanted my sides to grow back in. Y'all that have been with me, y'all have seen these bald sides. These sides were completely bald. I'm gonna include some footage too in just a second. But I wanted my sides to actually, I want my hair to be the same length. So it was important for me to, let this really grow in. So as y'all can see with the footage I included, I'm talking about my sides were completely gone. So my hair was thinning on the sides, and it was looking patchy when it would grow in, and I hated the way that looked. So I just started shaving my sides. Like, forget it, I'm just gonna shave it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not gonna grow in, fine, I'm gonna shave it. And then when I combed my locks out, maybe like a month or two after I combed them out, I was like, you know what? If I can get my sides to grow back in, I'll eventually go back to locks at some point, but that required me to take really good care of my hair. And it really just make some changes in terms of like managing my stress, making sure that I'm drinking enough water. Like it's a lot of things that kind of go into like managing and maintenance in your hair. So the natural hair journey was fun. I learned a lot. I got to try a bunch of different products, and I shared a lot of that here on the channel. I enjoyed that, and I'm glad that I was able to use my natural hair to kind of like get accustomed to doing certain things, because natural hair is a big responsibility. It is. And I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm actually really happy that I don't have to do that. I'm so happy that I don't, because I would go through the process of like washing my hair, twisting my hair, trying to maintain that twist out as long as I can, then trying to refresh my curls, then trying to do this and do that. So it's a lot of work. It is. I'm not gonna front. I enjoyed it, but it's a lot of work, and I'm really glad that chapter is closed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna front. I'm glad the locks are back, and I'm cool with this phase. I know some people call it the ugly phase, the fuzzy phase, or whatever, but I enjoy letting my hair just do what it do, and all I'm really doing is making sure that I don't wet my hair. I'm making sure that I am oiling my scalp every 2 days a week. I've been using this rosemary essential oil. Come on now, did you get it? There we go. Rosemary essential oil. I've been using that, and I've been using this Jamaican castor oil or growth oil. I've been using this as well. So yeah, I've been making sure to keep my scalp moisturized. And when I put the oil in my hair, I make sure to give myself, I'll probably massage my scalp like this all over for about 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure I'm stimulating my scalp and all of that. So I do that. That's a part of my process. So I just try to remain consistent and do whatever my stylist tells me to do, because she's a professional, and I'm just putting it in her hands, and so far it's been a good experience. I like the size of my hair, and I was thinking about it, like I started both set of locks in September as fall was about to start. And I know some people prefer to start their hair, in like the fall and winter seasons, because if you do go through the ugly phase, you're not out as much, because of the weather, depending on where you live. You may not be out as much, and it might be a little easier to go through this phase. But the good thing about it is that I'm glad that I can wear hats, I can wear beanies. So that's the cool thing about it, and that's what I enjoy anyway. I love wearing hats and beanies. So this is right up my alley. And it's just been low maintenance, just letting my hair breathe and just do what it do. My hair is just chilling. And the biggest thing is I try to just not even try. I make sure I keep my hair covered. I do a really good job of covering my hair up, making sure that, that I'm protecting it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, I just wanted to share the journey, how things are looking. I cannot wait until I get this first retwist. I'm gonna take y'all with me for the first retwist. Just in 4 weeks, my hair has changed a lot. It has changed a whole lot. And I have zero regrets. I have zero regrets about it. I know some of y'all are on your lock journeys. Maybe you've been on it for years. Maybe you're thinking about starting. Maybe you're really early in your journey. You're trying to decide if you want to keep them or not. But I don't know. It's just something special about locks. I don't know what it is, you know. Like I said, when I first like combed my locks out, I was like, nah, like I'm good. I didn't miss them. And I didn't miss them. Like that first, I'm gonna say like the first couple of months, it felt good to be doing something different. It felt good to be taking really good care of my hair. It felt good to be intentional about, you know, what I was putting in my hair. Cause I feel like that was the problem, is like, I just took my foot off the gas in terms of my locks. I wasn't taking care of them like I should have. And you could tell, like the way that my hair was like, you know, locks were combining, the way my hair, just the way that it looked, like it looked raggedy to me. In my opinion, it did, because I wasn't taking care of it. And I had a really hard time finding a stylist that was consistent, somebody that would actually show up to the appointments on time. It was just hard. I had a hard time finding a stylist. So, and like I said, when God put it on my heart to just comb them out, I was like, bet. And my mom was down to help me do it. So we sat down and we did it, you know. But yeah, if you haven't seen that video, I'll be sure at some point during this video, it should have popped up for you to go back and take a look at it. Check it out. I did share, you know, that process of combing my locks out 2 years ago. So this is the update, y'all. The next time y'all see my hair will be when I'm at the shop on the 24th. I'll be in there getting my hair done. So I'm excited about that. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know about your lock journey. How's it going? Are you enjoying it? Are you at the end of your lock journey? Are you feeling conflicted about, you know, cutting yours off, combing them out, all of that? But so far, so good. I'm digging it. I can't wait till, you know what I'm saying? So they really start to lock all the way through and just drop. Also, from my first experience with locks, y'all, I started with long hair. I've never experienced locks like with my hair this short. I never experienced that. So that's it, y'all. Just a quick update. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Meet me in the comments. Make the best of the day, y'all. Be good to yourself. Peace.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.